Day 4 is well underway as the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship continues from Calgary, Alberta.
Come over and up. Oh, and goodness gracious.
Nothing gonna stop me now. Nothing gonna stop me. Nothing gonna stop me. Nothing gonna slow me down. Nothing will slow me down. Nothing gonna stop me now.
If you love curling, you've had a pretty good month. You've had the Scotties, the Brier, and now the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship, all at Winsport Arena. There's our feature, Weagle, Epping, Mitchell, Smith, coming up next on TSN. It is our third and final TV draw of the day. Scores from earlier, Martin Griffith winning 9-2, Burchard Schneider rolling 12-1, Mayor Nichols also victorious by 4, and our feature, Miscue Fry, hanging on, and they win 9-7. She's my mixed doubles partner. She does not have a choice. Hi, everybody. Brian Mudrick, still joined by Kathy Gauthier, and looking forward to our feature because this young team out of Newfoundland, Labrador, a lot of fun, including Mackenzie Mitchell, just 19 years of age. She played at the Canada Games in Red Deer, just north of here. She played at the Canadian Juniors in Langley, but now big stage, TV game with the very entertaining Greg Smith.
Well, he certainly is, Brian. In fact, I think I've seen him on SportsCenter more than you as of late. Didn't win as many rocks or games as he wanted to at the Brier, but boy, when he makes some big shots, he can. The challenge for this team, they're scoring a lot. They're scoring 8 points. That's a magic number in curling, but they're giving back almost as many. That's not going to work with Weagle and Epping. Yeah, his amazing shot on Ram 1v1 on SportsCenter. He certainly is a legend now back home on the rock. And the competition, two names maybe more familiar to you at home is John Epping, Lisa Weagle. They are back together at a mixed doubles nationals. What are you seeing so far? Well, what I'm seeing is a bit of a struggle from Lisa, which is unheard of with draw weight, and that speaks back to the draw. They have had over 24 hours off between games. Conditions are faster. Lisa Weagle low in draws. Unbelievable. Well, he won a bronze at the Brier a few years back. She's a three-time Scotties champ, taking on the young team from the Rock. First Rock, next from Calgary.
Lisa Weagle, Canadian Women's Curling Champion.
Come on.
How do you like that, John Epping?
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex and Cashmere, proud sponsors of Canadian curling for 40 years, by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Just after 2:30 p.m. local time here in Calgary. Glad you're watching our coverage here on TSN. It is the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship on TSN. Time to set up the feature and time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. So Mackenzie Mitchell will throw rocks 1 and 5 on this team. Greg Smith 2, 3, and 4 as they make their debut at mixed doubles on the national level. And for Lisa Weagle and John Epping, again, Lisa rocks 1 and 5, Epping 2, 3, and 4. And it is their third time together at mixed doubles nationals. 2016, they were 6 and 3. 2017, 5 and 3 record, and trying to find the podium here under the bubble in Calgary. So winning that draw to the button was Newfoundland Labrador and Mackenzie Mitchell, Greg Smith. They were throwing the Yellowstones, so you see the setup. They have shot rock back 4, the center line guard, belonging to Weagle Epping. And to start things off, it is the three-time Scotties champion, Lisa Weagle.
Green line is practice. Little room. Curling now. Lock it on.
And a belated happy birthday to John Epping, celebrating a birthday in the bubble just a couple days ago.
Happy birthday. Just finishing more, eh?
Yeah.
Now, you already heard that comment, finishing more. We talked about the draw when you have as many teams as there are in this event, there are periods of time where you're either off for a complete day or a day plus, depending on when you played. And it is a little bit different than the Scotties or Brier. And even if it were the same, it's still a long time between games. That will change as we move into the next round. But for now, teams continuing to learn as they go.
Great shots.
And by a couple days ago, I mean yesterday. But sometimes I have to ask what day it is in this bubble. Sunday, right?
All day.
So he just had a birthday yesterday, and Lisa Weagle will celebrate a birthday on March the 24th. So there you go. Birthday week for this team.
I think we got to go with it's the fast stuff, okay?
Okay.
And not the result that him and his teammates were looking for in the curling bubble, the Brier here in Calgary. We saw his teammate Ryan Fry in our feature earlier today, and a nice win with Emma Miskew. And same for Lisa Weagle. For the first time, teamed up with Jennifer Jones, Dawn McEwen expecting, so she was back home. Lisa in the bubble did a wonderful job again at lead, but they came up short in that tiebreaker game, and it was not to be this year.
Right? Yep.
Okay.
Line's okay.
Okay, weight's pretty
And Greg
good.
Smith back in the bubble as you saw his second Brier appearance. 2 wins in Calgary, a 2-6 record.
It's over curling. Yep.
But a real passion for the
Just
game,
wanna get
Kathy,
to
and
the
a lot of
corner.
great shots that
Gotta
he made,
keep the
including
angle.
the one that, yes, had a home on SportsCenter for quite some time.
It's pretty good.
Well, having had some time off, what is really important this afternoon is to find draw weight quickly. We talked about Lisa being 73% on her draws in her last game. That is so unusual. And to be stingy, it wasn't until yesterday they gave up their first deuce. And in mix, that is a real shock. So they've been very, very stingy at giving up points. Don't need to change that up today.
Weight's close, John.
Yep. Yep.
Gotta go. Light.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Just tight.
Yep. Whoa. 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 It's fine.
And for Greg and Mackenzie, one thing that they have done extremely well is steal points. They are tied for second overall in the field. So find a way to score some of those extra points, but limit the scoring that you give up. We've already talked about how their average is 8 points for, but it's almost 7 against. And so that makes for pretty tough.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue.
I wonder if we come in there and move those around. Clean. Clean.
Opens up the front.
Yeah, it comes back in there. All our yellows are gone, or our reds are gone.
Okay. Yeah.
It's out of your guard, I guess, but
Okay.
I guess we can guard. Just right now he hits that, they're all gonzo. No, it's ours coming back though. Yeah, just guard it.
Okay.
Out-turn guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angles are really good for us. Do you know where he's going? Do you know what he's doing, where he's going?
He's throwing the road.
Yeah. Do you want me to run it back or just peel? I guess you can run it, and if you don't get the run.
Is your line in a good line?
Greg liking the way the angles are set up.
Halfway.
Halfway's good.
So contact on yellow, a lot of the reds get
Halfway.
moving, but
It's gotta be
for
heavy.
John Epping trying to throw a guard
Is it
to
heavy?
take that away.
It's tight.
Just nibble center line, Lise. Got to nibble center. Whoa.
Hair low, nose.
So Kathy, this is day 4, and as we get closer to Thursday, the championship day, standings more important. And again, huge game. You see Mitchell Smith 3-1, Weagle Epping 2-1. But if they can win, the head-to-head matchup is huge. That is the tiebreaker. So it's still very tight. Haas Tardy on the ice as well. Schmiemann Morris. You can't look past them, as John Morris is the defending Olympic gold medalist with Caitlin Lodge in this discipline. So certainly a key game and a key couple days coming up.
And this is the big run back that he talked about, trying to drive the stone straight back.
Take the roll!
Jeepers. I should have called the peel because I knew I wasn't going to get to where we needed.
I think we just tried to freeze.
Sorry, hon.
Okay, if the line's good, I'll move.
Keep that angle, eh?
Yeah, ideally. Yeah, ideally you'd like to keep the angle. You know the line, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I just crossed on my...
yeah, so just take a little more, and you got to...
Coming down just on top, so that
Your last
any
one
play
That's too much weight.
by the Newfoundland Labrador
last one you
team
were just
would
back
go
left.
on to their own and
That's
move
too
it
much
out.
here.
That's close to the weight. I think you could give that weight. I didn't touch it.
So cornering, maybe a little tap.
Just take an inch more.
for
Nice.
shot.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have trouble curling up.
No, yeah, just give, take a little bit more. And that same weight, I think, is good. What'd you
Pretty
think?
close.
It's all
Little
line,
early,
Elise.
little early. Line's good, just for weight. Whoa, you're out there. Is it heavy?
No, it's really good.
Well, one of your keys to the game
It's really curling.
was her draw weight,
Hold the
Kathy.
line.
Tap, tap.
Pretty good.
Such a brilliant player over the
Really
years,
good,
and I loved
Lise.
her comment when she joined the Jennifer Jones team. She said, I looked up to Dawn McEwen for years, literally, because in the standings percentages, Dawn was usually #1, and she always tried to elevate her game, and she's one of the best leads in the world.
Because this will go to here.
And there's the other best lead in the world right there.
Yeah,
watching,
there's
still watching.
Certainly two of the best that you'll see throwing that first stone.
You have to go this way, right?
What are we trying to accomplish? Like this?
Bring this one back in. Just 3/4, hey, peel?
If you,
Because
where do you want to hit it? Here.
Yeah, like right there. Because this
That-
is
that
always
goes-
this is going out. It's going out. It only has to go to there, but that's fine. Throw like a 7. Okay, we got it.
Do you want to hold the broom?
I'll sweep. Just
Okay. Well, where should I?
high side.
Yeah.
This side. Yeah.
So tough call. Feeling that if they hit it on the outside, this will go there. This will spin off of the yellow, and hoping that it'll drag back out there, and that their shooter will stick around, and that yellow stone at the back will count 2. I think 1 would be a really good score.
Take an edge of the rock.
Yep.
Okay.
Mackenzie's a Bachelor of Commerce student at Memorial University of Newfoundland. Lives in Corner Brook, where we got to visit for a Canadian Juniors a number of years ago. Final stone, here in 1. Bang, bang, and she'll just feather that red stone, and it will be a steal in this opening end for Weagle Epping as we are underway here in Calgary. Coming up this Thursday, we will crown Team Canada at the mixed doubles here in Calgary. Also money on the line. First place, $50,000, $30,000 for second, $20,000 for third. 10 grand for fourth, and the money will trickle down as well depending on how you place. Got to win your pool, and that'll help you. You'll move on 5 pools, 7 teams per pool, and then the top 7 will join them as the top 12 will move on. Eventually a page playoff of 4, and then the gold medal game this upcoming Thursday on TSN. So a steal in that first end for Weagle Epping.
What?
It's heavy.
As Mackenzie Mitchell, Greg Smith, Yellowstones with hammer here in 2. They come in with that 3-1 record. Weagle Epping 2-1. And I love Greg Smith's comments to the media yesterday saying, listen, we came in ranked 35th, so to win anything is awesome. We're ahead of the game, and he's just got that fun attitude and loves to compete.
He sure does.
I got out turned into here.
Hey.
I should have stayed on.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine, bud. Don't worry.
Didn't think I was doing.
It's fine. It's finishing a good bit though, hey? Like Lisa's really started moving.
I figured it was towards the boards.
What?
I figured because it was towards the boards. I figured it was because it was towards the boards.
You are correct.
So I didn't think it would come.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I think Wade's there.
Whoa. 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 Line's great.
T line.
Yeah.
Bumping.
Whoa, whoa,
Bumping. T.
whoa.
There's the break point. Starts to really
Coming down.
curl.
Still there.
Nice shot.
It's a nice shot. Like this? What do you like?
The out turn, kind of like a little tap tap. Try to keep our shooter here.
Okay, I don't mind that either.
And if it's dicey, we can peel.
Okay.
Right? Just like back line, edging.
All right, let's get you up to date. Other action on the ice as Oisem Wan and Trevor Bunno are taking on the Haas-Tardy combination, and the BC team up 1-0. Anderson, Gushu, a lot of eyes on them. And they're up 1-0 versus the Desjardins team. Meantime, Quick and Armstrong. They're up on the Laws combination. Ashley Quick, Mike Armstrong up against Caitlin and Connor Laws. Connor, the nephew of Caitlin.
I think the weight
Mine's
is up.
okay. Yep.
So trying to play the tap.
Oh, clean.
So I got to curve
Move
it?
one of the
No.
red stones that's currently counting
Clean.
out of the forefoot and leave their shooter right there.
Nice shot.
Very nice.
Really nice.
Exactly what he called.
Pretty good.
Clean.
Not used to the clean side. It's really good.
Yep. Angles are good.
I think this is going to run really good too. He's,
Yeah, I think so. I'm sweeping for T line.
yeah. Yeah.
So I believe drawing in to try to get shot stone.
It's there to me.
Yep. Whoa.
Just line.
Whoa. Yep.
Close.
Yep.
Line only.
Yes. Yes. Hard. Whoa.
Little tap, tap, and roll. I think shot stone is still that yellow
Agreed.
stone. Back 4.
What kind of weight you thinking? Control?
Yeah.
Okay, you call line.
Here?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta get as low as I can, because that's, you gotta kind of nut it.
So trying to play the double and get as close as he can to the inside of the stone. I saw him make this motion to this stone here, but if you're able to make the double and roll into this area, not sure that that other red stone will pop across the top, but that was one of the things that he was suggesting. In worrying about that too much, you can wind up jamming on the back one.
Oh, yep.
Curve it.
Whoa, clean. Yep. Hard line. Hard. Oh.
And he'll stuff it at the back.
It's pretty not bad.
He still has shot stone. The first initial set stone you see with the black tape.
What are you thinking?
It was heavy, I'll tell you that.
To be honest, we're in pretty good shape right now, actually. Guess we could hammer that and try and kick that over.
Do we ever do anything with this one?
Problem is that he's going to have a double back and be lined up on this.
Okay.
That's
Do
my
you
only
like that?
worry. I'm thinking so.
Okay.
I love kind of hammering it, even if we knows it's not also.
Yeah.
Because that's going on there,
Okay.
right? And then
Yeah.
that there. I don't think that that's that bad.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
How much weight?
I've seen it as a peel shot almost, actually. Because it's so straight.
They talked about two options. This was the first one. Do we play the double there? But then you leave the
What do you think
double
it'll
back.
do?
So now trying to play this one. I beg your pardon.
Just run right there.
Yeah.
Peel?
That double. And would leave yourself
I wonder
lying
if
too.
I
Your
just
shooter will roll away. Nothing that they can make use of to hit and roll off of.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is it yours or mine?
I got one more.
Having a rethink.
Kind of like to do this.
Okay.
And then that's lined up. And then I'm there.
Yeah. Back 12.
Going back to that first option, except
no,
for
back eight.
not
Back 8.
double weight, just enough to tap it back and to the back 4.
Telling the weather right in hand, so just kind of showing him what to do. If you ever get slow, though. Ever get slow?
Yeah. Whoa.
Back E, back 12.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Back 12.
Yep.
By the guard, no problem. Tap, tap.
It's okay.
And shot stone, Mitchell Smith.
Also not really good there. But my God is here.
I like that.
Yeah, just put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I can be light too.
It's pretty good.
Really curled.
Yeah, but we just, again, fresh, right?
Yeah.
Fresh stuff. Like, yeah, we're second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's lined up nicely.
Yeah, that tandem teamed up 2016-2017. Epping Weagle. He was with Dana Ferguson 2018, a 2-5 record. They've finished above 500 every time, 5-3 and 6-3, trying to crack through. They come in with a 2-1 record thus far. A lot of curling still to come.
Line's good.
I don't know where it is. I think it's all there.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Do I
Yep.
gotta go?
Hard.
Okay.
Curve it. Curve it. You can.
Sit. Sit. Ah, yeah, that's good.
Great weight. Just didn't finish as he hoped.
I don't know. Kind of like just tap, tap.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I like just tap, tap.
I gotta get to nose or just low?
A little bit low, which it'll go in there easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think with
Hair more than I
back
threw on my
8.
draw?
Yeah, you need a hair more on your draw. You're gonna take ice here, Lise.
To try to go this way, you're not going to outcount either of those stones. It won't finish enough, and that is why they're looking at just playing the tap on there into that area.
Back 8, you're thinking?
I think just back 8. Back 8, a little across the nose. Where's your
Sorry,
line?
show me the broom again.
I think your broom is here.
Okay,
Yeah.
like a 14?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then, yeah, it'll curl up a bit more. Just back 8. Weight's perfect.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Close. Yep. Yes.
Lisa Weagle, her final stone here in 2 by the guard. And that red, lovely touch. Shot stone right on the button for Lisa Weagle.
Well, lovely touch. We talked about her weight in her last game being a bit of a disappointment and a shock.
Hit it here, that should spin out. This will jam. Shot, Lisa. This is here, though. Well, it goes in this way.
I'd have to chuck gas.
You have to throw gas, yeah.
We know what Greg Smith would be playing for sure.
There.
If this was a little higher, it's there for 4. Well, it's...
What Greg would really like to do.
Yeah.
Hit this hard onto there.
Pretty well.
There's lots of yellow.
There.
And you know what, too? You can make it off of this, too. Like, there's 2 ways to get it.
I don't know how far that red goes, though.
Into it to sit here.
Yeah.
So you
think
can't make it that way.
This will come up, though, right? Because that'll go in. This will kind of go...
I think this is the best.
This is the easier way?
You can't really hurt us by doing it, right? Can
No, you can't. No, there's no way.
There you go.
Okay, throw
there.
he's.
Yeah, do you want to hold the broom?
I'll sweep it.
Okay.
3/4 high. It's not terribly off. Well, yeah, 3/4 high.
What do you like?
You need
Yeah, but you know what?
I like it. There's heat and then there's gas. So I don't know which one's more, Kathy, but it's going to be up weight.
This is a steal. They're playing the wrong shot. They have to be coming.
And obviously Mackenzie's throwing the stone, but
Is it off ours?
it's rare to see a young guy. Greg's only 24, where he has the old Glenn Howard rock back with the rock, picks it up off the ice. Kind of old school.
This is really hard. I'm not sure how you get shot this way. The other way, coming off the red, she said you have to throw gas, but it's more about where you hit it. And even if she moved it a couple of inches for shot.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
So she's trying to drive in her yellow stone.
Yep. Whoa.
Can they pop that red loose off the button that Lisa Weagle just advanced? Tap, tap, and no, they jam it.
Okay.
I don't know if it was there, Kathy. Good point by you. I just don't know if they could have chipped it out and spun it out. So, back-to-back steals. And the patrons, ever so quiet.
Just like golf.
Well done, Dustin Johnson, your defending champ. Looking forward to that event. Feels weird that we just had it, in November, and because of COVID, back to regularly scheduled programming.
And hopefully, Brian, there'll be so much more that is regularly scheduled programming in the coming months.
No kidding.
Yes. Mark.
So back to our feature.
Yep.
And back-to-back steals of single points for Weagle Epping as they lead over
Greg.
Mitchell Smith.
Hard line.
And still with Hammer. Here in this third end, down by 2, it is Mackenzie Mitchell and Greg Smith out of Newfoundland Labrador trying to generate some offense. And this will help. Nice little tap to the button for Mackenzie.
Just a bit of a soft handle.
Seeing your hand was like,
yeah.
still holding on to the red day.
Yeah. We want to be just to it.
Yep.
No bump, eh?
No bump.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some opportunities.
How's your line? Doing the nice stuff? a little light. It's close.
Right on the button. Right on the button.
It's close, John.
Okay, right on the button.
I think you're there.
Well then. Stay with it.
No, you're there.
Okay, well then. Okay.
In or the out?
So you're thinking those are light out of my hand?
The out, eh?
No, I'm just line you're in to see if it's gonna run.
Just get low on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get you some scores. Caitlin Connor Laws, their second appearance together, had a 4-3 record in Ottawa back in 2014. They lead 3-2 as Desjardins, that combo father-daughter, up on Anderson Gushu 2-1. And Haas Tardy up 2-0 as well. As Tyler Tardy, the 3-time Canadian junior champion gold medalist, hoping to see him in Langley, BC to go for the 4-peat. He decided to play men, so did not play, and that's where we saw Mackenzie Mitchell. She was skipping Newfoundland, Labrador, and Langley, a 4-6 record.
Yep. All the way.
Oh, darn it. Shoot. It's overthrew it, sir.
Yeah, it was 13-8.
Yeah.
It's just a hair up.
Same way.
So John Epping will go back in one more time.
Same weight, too?
Yeah.
Just that little bounce off by Greg, you've heard him say, just that extra weight, it hung straighter than they wanted it to for a longer time.
Hair less? Close? Weight's close.
Whoa. Line's great.
Weight's close.
Line's
you're
great.
there.
Well then, no.
You're there.
Well then. Stay with it, Lise.
Oh, a nice inside roll.
If I get the peel, I peel.
Well, you said that she had her struggles. She actually did a little bit of a FaceTime with her coach, and it was pretty funny. She posted on Instagram. She was FaceTiming her dog, Trooper, who is on the left, and her sister is Julia on the right. Trooper's getting a lot of airtime at the Scotties and now at the mixed doubles.
It's very well behaved.
Yeah, just sitting there hanging out, watching.
Has to run the guard back.
Lisa, throw rocks here with John Epping.
Probably. But I think all the Reds.
And soon, buddy, that's my dog, Sir Pops, on the left.
This is playing a tap.
And I believe that is Victor's, Lisa, on the right.
Inside edge of the
That's the
8.
TSN dog pound up there.
As soon as I'm by the guard, just, I gotta carve it.
Yep.
Okay.
What do we want to be at the break?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We're just never in trouble, so.
What does that mean, Kathy?
In terms of where do we want to be at the break? So
Line's good.
assuming that your opponent is going to score, or if you want to force, where do you want to be at the break? It's analytics that we talked about at the Scotties and the Briar. So many teams, Matt Dunstone said what they knew about their team is if they were tied up with at the break, they won 100% of the time. There's not that much in terms of analytics yet in mixed doubles, and I don't know that John and Lisa have enough of their own successes. And you heard John saying, all I know is that we've not been in trouble.
Love to just
that's
move
what I'm
that and stay
seeing.
right
Leading with the hammer would be fun.
We'll try.
I mean, that'd
Okay.
be pretty
Same
fun.
way.
That's not a bad position.
Up 6 would be great as well.
Sure.
If I end up straight, freezing's okay too.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're trying to tap their redstone at the top of the button, but not going to overthrow it. Doesn't want to move things around a lot. If he taps it, great. If he doesn't and sits right there,
Same weight.
that's okay too.
Weight's close. How's line?
Whoa.
Top 4, T.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Yep.
T.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Really nice.
Very nice touch.
You gotta run it, hey?
They've had those touch shots, haven't they, Kathy? Both John and Lisa.
Where'd
Little
you
tap
place?
bumps.
Oh, I don't know.
If you run it,
Partner.
Thanks. I like my line. It was wider on you.
this will roll. And then, yeah,
Do you think do you like the run, or what are you thinking?
that's, at this point, I think I just need a shot.
Yeah.
So,
Not giving you much here. I think so, hey?
yeah.
Okay, come see.
And I agree with Mackenzie. Right now, there's not a lot. So looking at running this stone straight back, and what they don't know is what's going to happen after they do that. But there will be a scatter of stones, and maybe it creates an opening path for her. They may lose their yellow stone that is second shot on the tee line, but right now I don't know how she gets in there.
Make something
Yellow
shatter.
side button on the right of our screen there, Kathy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much you could see. If you ever just hit what you can see, jam it in sideways, maybe you get shot. But you're right, got to open it up. Not a lot of options here for Mackenzie at this point.
Wow! No.
Greg Smith just clips the yellow and does open things up a little bit.
Sorry, Mac.
What's she got here?
Nothing. She has nothing. It is a steal of 1.
What do you want to do? Guard?
Just guard. Might as well just guard.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I agree with the shot that you talked about, Brian. You heard John just say that she's got nothing. She doesn't have a
Good
lot
chance
of
to get
great
your guard
options.
Yeah, so that wide line I threw.
Yeah, I would go outside the edge. Like, I think you got to go here.
And it'll come in a view. It was just that one yellow stone. I thought you hit it as hard as you can and just jam it in
I think just
sideways.
so, like, it's the good
Maybe.
stuff.
Just hit a third or
Yeah,
less.
we'll see. See the stone on the right by the button?
I do. I agree with you
yellow?
100%. If you hit that straight sideways, the red stone that is shot will probably move up and out a little bit. It is not an easy shot, but it's the only one that I see right now to score, especially if Lisa throws a guard.
Take a look, John. It's running.
Well, Weagle Epping have certainly put the pressure on here through the first 2 ends.
You're there. You're there.
Mackenzie Mitchell has not had a lot. And yeah, I think Greg's having a peek.
But yeah, you can't hurt yourself. You get the guard. You just have to make sure you're wide. So there's nothing over here. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing
You could throw it away too.
how many per second.
It's 1 right now.
I'd rather, I don't want to go in 3.
Throw away.
I don't mind trying to like chip
It gotta be
I
super
know.
thin.
I don't mind trying to chip it.
Like with
like with lightweight. Like, do you know what I, well,
yeah,
I mean, you
you
can't
kinda have
really.
to-
Yeah.
to come in a bit.
I
You
don't
can
like
throw it
throwing
in-
peel. If you ever do this and like
You give up 2.
give up
Yeah, the
2.
worry's bouncing off,
It
Kathy.
is.
Well,
She's been in tough every time she
you
throws.
can never give up 2. Because you're only going to hit this much of the rock.
Oh.
So it's going to go, it's going to nut.
I'll try it. If I
Yeah.
hit the guard,
Yeah.
right? That's the miss.
Yeah.
Play it to miss it.
If you flash it, you flash it, right?
Okay.
The problem is for
24
Mackenzie is she can't play really quiet weight. Because if you play just very, very quiet weight and you
you
touch
can
this
you can never
stone,
give
it's
up
just going to go splat. But if you hit it on this side with some weight
what
and it
we can
moves in here, all you need to do is move that stone up a couple of inches and you could be shot. But there is risk.
And remember, too, down 3-0, and you still got your power play. A lot of time, and you can get a big score, but they have to start generating something for themselves to make sure that Mackenzie has a shot.
No.
Carve it.
Yeah, you gotta go.
So final stone, again, tough situation. Trying to jam it over, clip it,
Okay.
and she did get the 1 red moving. It will be another steal of 1, so that's 3 consecutive steals. Weagle Epping lead, and again hammer to Mitchell Smith when we come back. Welcome back to our curling coverage under the bubble. So great to still be with you. A very successful Scotties and then Tim Hortons Brier in our third event, Season of Champions, the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. And it's been a lot of stealing so far for Weagle Epping. And still no power play, but I think regardless for Mackenzie Mitchell, Greg Smith, just get something going early in the end to give yourself a chance to score here, Kathy. It's been tough.
Well, we talked about how stingy the Epping-Weagle duo has been in terms of giving up points, only giving up 2 yesterday for the first time. And you can see why, just not letting teams get into that 4-foot area. Rock placement's been good. This young lady has had either no shot or shots with such high degree of difficulty when she sat in the hack for her second stone.
Well, Lisa might have heard her keys to the game with draw weight and said, you know what, I'm going to bring it. And she has brought it thus far, curling a fabulous game through the first few ends here.
Well, you will have to go really far back in the record books to find Lisa Weagle at 73% on draw weight. And that is just not typical. What we're seeing today is very Lisa-like.
So the Sandra Schmerler Award at the Scotties is the playoff MVP when you get to the playoffs. And someone that is not a skip, well, she's the last front-end person to win that award. And that just goes to show you of all the talented players over the years as she won it as a lead.
Yeah, just nose.
Yeah. Now, famous for those tick shots that pretty much all teams now are an automatic go-to to move stones out front. Perfecting them early.
Close. Don't think we need to.
Yep. Yep.
Weight's close.
Whoa.
You're to it.
Whoa.
Just line.
Whoa.
Little bump.
Whoa.
It's close.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Nice, John.
Let's step aside quickly, show you some other scores. Close one between Haas and Tardy. And they are taking on Osemwan and Trevor Butto, who won gold at the Canadian Mixed Curling. That's 4-player team back in 2017 and a silver at the Worlds. Anderson Gushu tied up with the Desjardins team. And it is the Laws combination in a 3-3 tie as they face Ashley Quick and Mike Armstrong.
Hard, Greg. Hard! Yep.
Oh, sorry. Shoot. I will make a shot. I will. Promise. I don't know when, but it's coming.
Same thing.
Foolish, right? Foolish.
You close, John?
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
It's all there. Little
Whoa,
more.
Whoa.
Hair more.
Whoa.
Finish.
Whoa. Whoa.
Small tap.
So a lot of reds piling up. The lonely yellow shot stone does belong to Mackenzie Mitchell, Greg Smith.
I don't know. I think you got to move something.
Do you want me to, can I have a look?
Yep. You want to call time?
Each team,
really
24 minutes thinking time, 2
Well,
timeouts of 90 seconds each if they choose to use one.
Single.
Yeah.
Pretty close. If I could ever get it into both of these and make them fly.
Well, that's not happening.
Oh, like,
Unless you play it this way.
you yeah.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
you can do that.
What was your gut saying?
I don't mind that. Try it.
Yeah, thinner
Run
the
it
better.
into it.
Thinner the better.
Sure. Okay.
Do you like it or?
Yep, I'll sweep.
Okay.
You call it.
It's either that or we kind of just take our one and.
Okay, I like this.
We're trying to drill that in. Those will fly that will have an impact on those stones and move them, because right now there is no way to score 2.
I don't know. I didn't see the final call.
Probably a hit because she's sweeping.
Just trying to rattle things around a little bit.
So slashing on the outside of their
Yes.
yellow stone, trying to drive it in on those red rocks.
Make it curl!
Don't want to flash it, and they'll chip it over, change the angles.
We just guard that side of the sheet. Okay. Or we just go here again. I think just guard this side of the sheet.
Guard this
good.
side?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
I don't know what another red stone on top of that
What turn?
lineup does. I do
In
think
turn.
that the other side is the only
In turn?
play
In turn, yeah.
for the team from Newfoundland Labrador. So trying to block that side
This
off.
might run a hair slower, so just careful.
Okay,
I'm going
yeah.
way wide.
I find their
line
conversations
pattern.
interesting too. I mean, you see a ton of combos. We've got 35 teams and some very, high-end talent. You look at, Gushu Anderson, 2 skips, world-class champions. And here you have a skip and you have a lead. And that has really been their roles since they've started curling. And I just enjoy their conversations, whereas it's not like Lisa, she's a 3-time Scotties champ. She knows the game, but she is a lead, and John is your vintage skip.
Well, there has been definitely conversation at some of the post-event scrums, not scrums. It's a Zoom call that they do with media, with some of the players feeling that the best combo is to have somebody that sweeps well. So whether that's a third or whether that's a second or a lead, but somebody that's used to doing that
Go through the hole and
makes it easier.
feel
I'll
it.
just throw like a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd try to keep it out there for you, but
Well, only one team has ever gone undefeated to win a gold medal here, and that was Joanne Courtney, who was one of the best sweepers in the world with Reed Carruthers, who, yes, can play front end, but has skipped forever as well. They did that in 2017. And burnt stone. So if you touch it, you got to take it off. Sportsmanship call.
because even if he hits that in, that jams here, and we're going to still be almost on the button. Shouldn't spin in.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Greg.
I burned it.
You
just heard that clunk.
that plastic. Yeah, that's tough. He's having a tough afternoon. You feel for the young man.
I think it's all she's got.
You think you can make a draw?
I don't know. Maybe like with board.
Yeah.
I think that's really.
Well, either way, we're going to peel it. So.
I think you're.
Let's block the hole then. If you don't, I don't know. That looks like a tough draw, no?
Yeah, all her shots are tough right
Okay,
now.
so let's just kind of discard the hole then. Hole does look there, and if they nose it, they might be able to squiggle it in.
Where did you take? Where do you want me to take?
I think you got to take here.
And just throw like halfway weight?
Yeah, and it's lightning, or like it's that
The
fast
fast stuff.
Yep, the fast stuff.
Great sharing of information. Great reinforcement by John of where Lisa should be aiming.
You're over. That's all I know. You're good.
Edge of the 12. Throw it pretty soft.
What?
Edge of the 12.
So the good news is they will score,
They will.
and they'll get on the board.
And you heard him say edge of 12, throw it soft. So what he means by that is show very little rotation. And we showed something yesterday about a rotation coming off and how it almost drifts in sideways. So trying to find a way to get by the guard and have very little rotation and try to find a way to get to the button for the second point.
And Greg has been on it since word go. Mackenzie out to help.
No, it's not there. It's a good try, hon. Run yellow.
And it was certainly coming in just a little bit light. Tough to gauge that and get it in there. It was a difficult shot. But they're on the board as Weagle Epping hammer for the first time when we come back.
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by Sponge Towels Paper Towels, made for real-life messes. by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Home Hardware. Here's how.
It is the third time that the Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship held in Alberta, Leduc in 2013 and 2018. And here under the bubble in Calgary in 2021, a beautiful day at Canada Olympic Park, as we check the numbers after 4.
Well, we really wondered about the call made in the second end. There was a really tough shot, and the choice, I'm not sure she could have got shot, to be honest with you, and then a very low percentage shot the end after. The degree of difficulty for Mackenzie Mitchell has been so high. That's why her numbers are low, and that's because of the great pressure by Weagle and Epping. Some wonderful numbers.
After 4 is brought to you by OK Tire, service, repair, and tires. So earlier today, one of the breaking stories is the health of Darren Moulding. They had to pull out of their game, him and Joanne Courtney, because of back issues. He was having back spasms, so he came to get treatment. You see Jeff Stoughton, who works with the Canadian national team on the right. Obviously, Brendan Botcher, who is his skip at men's, and partner Joanne Courtney. And they have decided to pull out of the competition, which is really tough news. And this was the quote from Darren Moulding. This was not an easy decision because Joanne and I were doing very well together and we felt like we could accomplish something special. But Joanne could have not have been more supportive and understanding. The World Men's Championship is extremely important for Olympic qualifying for Canada, and I'll be working hard and getting all the necessary treatments to make sure my back is healthy in time for our opening game on April 2nd. So obviously we wish our best to Darren Moulding, Team Canada, Brendan Botcher. Get healthy, young man, as I know he's looking very much forward to representing Team Canada at those Worlds. We'll step aside and join our game after this. What does Jocelyn have? Run it back. Oh, what a shot. Nice shot. He picks the 2 reds. And they are the 2-time gold medalists for Canada at this event. Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant taking on Brittany Tran and Aaron Slidchinski out of Alberta. Nice record for them at 3-1, and they are both from the area. Tomorrow, that's our first feature matchup, one of 3, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here as we focus on Pool A on TSN. Back to our feature as we're set to get underway here in 5, and still no power play. And you have to feel, though, that Weagle and Epping, they've been cruising in control. No need to yet as they lead by 2, and now they have hammer for the very first time to start things off here in 5.
Well, and if I'm coaching Mackenzie Mitchell and Greg Smith at the break, what I'm talking about is all of the pressure that your opponents have applied, and you're only down 2, and in mixed doubles, so many big ends are scored because of the rocks that are in play. Whether you're up or down, you don't have a choice. And so lots of time, but need to flip it around and give Mackenzie a little bit easier shots. And for Epping and Weagle, just need to keep on doing what they're doing.
Line's good.
Help.
Yep. Hard.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And those are the little things in this game. They just can't get one in there.
14-9 on Greg's. I think it's just the same.
It's weird. I think we make that hit and roll, eh?
Yeah, I agree.
Could be seeing like hack.
Okay. This is one of those middle shots,
Yeah.
eh?
And with that bounce off, wide open, an opportunity to not only remove it, but to roll back underneath.
Whoa. Whoa, Lisa. Whoa!
Almost bored. I got it. Thanks.
Like hack?
What?
Hack?
Yep.
Okay.
Some close games. A couple of 3-2 scores. Anderson Gushu leading the Desjardins combination of Emily and Robert, father-daughter. Oisim Wan and Trevor Bunno taking on Desiree Haas and Tyler Tardy. And their team out of Northern Ontario leading in that contest. And it is the Laws combination up by 3 as they battle Ashley Quick and Mike Armstrong.
That is
Same weight and just kind of either roll right under it or even just nose is good.
Okay. Didn't go crazy there, eh?
No. Well, that's the thing. Greg threw a couple down there, right?
Right.
He's worked that path in a
Nose
bit
is
for
okay
us.
here?
Yeah, nose is okay. I'd love a little roll inside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Say what?
No,
Well, it was not bad.
no, it was a 12.
Okay.
It's 12.
More, John?
Yeah.
Yes?
Whoa.
It's more weight.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good board.
Whoa.
Shimmy down a bit.
So Greg's going to need a good one here.
Yeah. That's probably all you got.
He will, because there's not a
Same
lot of
weight.
stones
Okay.
in the forefoot that he can count on playing a freeze into and taking away the advantage. It is 4 red with hammer. And 2 to come. So looking for an inside roll, but he's got very little room to move.
Greg lives in St. John's. He's a curling coordinator and instructor back at the Ballyhaley Country Club.
Rather see that.
And we'll be in tough to get back to the
That's
Brier
good.
next year, which is back in Alberta. As Mr. Gushu and company will have to qualify again out of Newfoundland,
Clean,
Labrador.
clean. Yep, got a curl.
Oh, touch it. Yeah, look at that double.
There you go. Small victories.
Wonder if we peel. Well, I guess they knows you can't get 2.
Can we get that with hack?
Oof. But if I get it, and I'm here,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
it's just awesome that we're shot. Like, I wonder if I just make that there,
Okay.
or even here.
Yeah, because then they can't.
I'm here, they
Yep.
tap, you have this.
I like that, John.
Okay? A chase is not easy.
No.
No, that does not look fun.
You know your speed over here. You've played this
do.
before.
Yeah, I do.
So, like full 8?
Yeah, I mean, if the line's great, you might as well go top
Yeah.
4, but yeah, I would say bite the forefoot.
Okay.
Half around is gold.
It's close. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Weight's
talk to me.
close. Weight's close.
Talk to me.
Top 8, top 4. Top 4, T-line. It's really sliding, John. Like,
Really
we're deep.
sliding?
Do you want me to take it back?
Lock it on, Mark. Like
And that might be
here?
the chance.
It is,
Okay, you
for
got
sure.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was going to be good.
Just slid.
And it's still a tough shot, but one of the more
hate it.
easy shots for
I don't hate it either.
Mackenzie
I just
Mitchell in
wonder if
this
I'm just
game.
out there and it runs.
Well, it does give them an opportunity to get off the hook. If it was in front, now you're playing a corner freeze and hoping to not bounce. There
side.
is room to get by,
Really sliding here.
They are.
but there is enough of that redstone available depending on where she is. If she's not frozen, there will be that short run on the redstone biting the 8-foot onto this. So needs to get buried and ideally right onto the stone just thrown.
Sounds good.
Other option
Yep.
could have been the in-turn tap on the yellow if they chose to.
Sure.
Yep.
Regardless,
Greg.
need a good one. Have to get it in there for shot stone and try put some heat back on Weagle Epping for the first time in this game. As they both heads down, brushing hard, trying to hold the angle. Drag it a little farther, and that is a great draw. Shot stone, Newfoundland Labrador.
So it wasn't sliding that much. Sorry.
No, well swept. She is a very cool customer. She's faced all kinds of really difficult shots. Throws this to the sweeper. I'm sure he wished at some point that she had not. Very nice.
She competed in Alberta before. 2019 Red Deer at those Canada Winter Games. A 3-7 record as the skip for Newfoundland Labrador.
Three-quarters?
Yeah, 3/4, 7/8.
Playing the run.
Hit what you can see, and you make it.
And the first real stress pressure shot in this game for Lisa Weagle and this team.
Yep.
And I think that graphic just speaks to the pressure they've applied
Yes!
so far in our feature.
Yes!
Final stone on the way in 5,
Whoa.
Lisa Weagle.
Come on. Oh my God.
And she will jam it. And maybe finally some momentum swinging the other way. A stolen point after that nice draw from Mackenzie Mitchell. It's 3-2. So nice draw in that last end from the 19-year-old Mackenzie Mitchell, putting a little bit of pressure on her counterpart Lisa Weagle, led to a steal of 1. So here in 6, 3-2, Weagle Epping lead with Hammer throwing the Red Rocks.
And a really big pressure shot, Brian, not only to get buried and around, but be shot. And as you say, just change the momentum, force your opponents to make some shots that are a little bit more difficult, but still some work to be done. And I think that for Epping Weagle, they know that they had an opportunity to score multiple points. Will just stay
Sweet, perfect.
the same game plan that they've been working with.
Not close.
Okay.
Line's good. Line's good if weight's good. Hold it straight. It's gonna over curl.
Good.
Where is it?
Top 4.
What?
Top 4.
Okay.
Sorry, John.
It's okay. Weight's good.
Yeah. Your hair tight. Oh, you're good. You're good. Line's fine.
It's all there.
Yep.
It's all there,
Whoa,
Mac.
whoa, whoa.
I really can't.
Whoa.
Skinny this if I can.
No. Nice shot.
It's pretty good.
Let's make this across. Make that across.
Gonna run that
Get a
center
little
guard
lower,
back.
would've been Perfect.
What are you throwing? The runner?
The runner, yeah.
Out turn?
Yeah. Yep, whoa! Yep!
Trying to bang things around here. John Epping, and he'll drive it by the stones in the house.
I was hoping to catch that red stone just on the top to move the yellows.
Guard or guard?
You want to throw it the same
Do
way?
you think he can kind of like, he can blast with the in? Can he get them both this way? Well, maybe. What about if we go like here?
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rather cover this side of the yellow.
A 7-3 advantage right now for Caitlin and Connor Laws. And Anderson Gushu pulling away up by 3. They also have Hammer there in the 6th end of play as Osawan, Trevor Bunno in a 3-3 tie with Haas Tardy and the team from Northern Ontario with Hammer in the 6th end.
Okay. Can't give up the chest. Line's okay. Yep. Yep.
It's pretty good.
Another guard, Kathy?
Yes,
Got it, girl.
indeed.
It should finish though. Easy. Yep. Nice shot.
It's not bad.
16 too. Yep.
And just shave that. I won't throw it too hard.
Yeah, I'll go with that back one.
Yeah, I don't think our back one will leave. I think it'll just go back there. So
Okay.
I just think like a normal.
2 inches would have been great.
Did they guard the wrong side here, Kathy? Or are they happy with that guard?
I think they wanted it to curl a little bit more. I heard Greg say that he didn't mind if he guarded the side that he did, except for you expose the side that your opponent's stone is on, and that's what John is going to be running in to move those yellow stones around, and he left that wide open.
So the short slash double available for John Epping.
Whoa! Yep! Yep!
Lisa Weagle on the brush. There's the slash. And no double, but he is shot stone now.
And the situation is much better.
What are you throwing?
I think I gotta throw like an 11.
Okay, I like that.
What do you think?
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pinch less. Let's go.
Whoa. Gotta curl. You gotta curl, Greg. Really gotta go. Hard!
Sorry. Up.
It's an 11.
Double. Okay.
Okay.
And a double opportunity right back.
Solid hack.
Chance
Okay.
to lie 2. Doesn't even have to move them both out of play, just back far enough that his shooter, which will be full 8 foot, will outcount how far he moves them back.
Solid hack.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It's almost, it's bored.
And we'll hit and we'll roll. Shot stone. The team without Hammer from Newfoundland Labrador.
Or we could go here.
So a chance in back-to-back ends to apply a little bit of pressure.
Indeed.
This there's not.
Oh, good point. You're smart. Which? Very. What turn? Just threw the in a bunch. I just have to be half buried.
Yeah.
Even like there, right?
Yep, I like that.
You got it. They probably like.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're throwing it.
Oh.
My turn. Well, and if you're not used to playing in this format, there's just so much going on all the time.
I haven't played the side.
It's the same. It's the exact same.
Well, she made a beauty in the last end
She did.
to set up that steal, and she'll try again.
And as long as she's biting the top of the 4 foot, it will be a draw
Mine's
for
close.
Lisa Weagle against
Whoa.
2. You heard her and John already talking about the turn, the paths, what it does.
It's gotta curl.
This is
all
that
there.
fast path.
Needs to slow down in a hurry. So still shot Stone, but that could be the out. A soft tap here for 2.
They can just back line.
For 2? Yeah. Show me the broom.
For back line?
Is that what you like, back line?
What kind of weight do you like? Do you like? You can throw it hard if you want. Make this, and we can take 2. It's whatever you're seeing. We can throw hack. I threw a hack down here.
Yeah. Do you like the thin, or is that
I
stupid?
like hack. Let's play hack.
Okay.
I like hack. Broom right there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I think that's really important, not only the call that John made. He talked about the weight, he talked about the broom, and he ended it with a lot of confidence for Lisa, who was a little bit indecisive about the kind of weight to use for the shot.
And as a former front-end player, Kathy, is that nice to have someone you trust so much, or a skip to say, here's the broom,
You bet.
here's the shot, throw it, and then you just go throw it, correct?
I think regardless of what position you play, somebody that is confident about weight, broom, and what you need to do just helps to reinforce it in your mind.
Just see the yellow rock?
Yeah.
You just on the outside edge of it.
Okay.
Like out of the middle of it. Okay?
Hack.
Just hack.
Giving her a guiding
this is the good
tool.
stuff here.
What she can use is a visual for a broom in the absence of seeing a real one.
Easy. Is it heavy?
No, just clean.
Line's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is it
Thin
heavy?
double!
Yes!
So final Stone in 6. And maybe the audible catch a piece. You heard thin
Whoa,
double.
Whoa, whoa.
Catch shot Stone and flop across, and that is good for 2.
And I give a huge assist to John Epping for all of the coaching on that throw.
So a nice end with Hammer and the smirk from Weagle as they lead 5-2. One of the best parts of our sport is having the curlers mic'd up.
Line's good.
I don't know where it is. Or we could go here.
Oh, it is.
What?
This, there's a double. This, there's not.
Oh, good point. You're smart.
There.
I will make a shot. I will. Promise. I don't know when, but it's coming.
Okay, same thing.
Foolish, right? Foolish.
Well, he made one real good shot that was on SportsCenter for what, about a month that he made it the Briar? Oh, what do we got here? Green Hammer. Power play. So our first power play of the game, and it belongs to Newfoundland Labrador. So the Stones move out to the corners, but as you can see, when you're taking on the Weagle, it is tough to keep those corner guards. So try to generate some offense with the power play as they are down by 3 with Hammer, Mitchell, and Smith.
And it is tough.
Yep.
You get that corner guard, you think you're going to be able to bury a couple around it, but Lisa chipping it perfectly into the rings and opening it up. So trying to replace.
Curl. Oh, no, no, no.
Sit down. I think that's good. I think that's good.
Sorry, Mick.
Just top 8.
What?
Top 8.
Hey?
Just bite top 4, top 8.
What turn?
Out. Well,
I think it's that heavyweight again.
well, line's great.
I think you're there, John.
Must be. It's on,
It's
on the
that
guard
fast
right now.
weight again.
Wow. And an unforced error, a little bit deep.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, didn't feel that.
Well, surprised that it went as deep as it did. And so for Greg, we'll now try to utilize that corner guard.
Line's good. Gotta curl. Really gotta curl. Hi, Greg.
Greg trying to carve it over for himself. Mackenzie Mitchell helping.
It's going.
And you can see how much that curled and finished, and it is behind the corner.
What?
Time for the team comparison, Kathy.
Well, I think that really, if you look at the right-hand side, that 67%, when you think about the first 4 ends in particular, Mackenzie probably got 0 on all of her last shots, but they were virtually impossible or extremely tough. And the percentages on the left, well, that reflects the pressure that has been placed by Weagle and Epping since word go.
Team comparison brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Whoa! Whoa!
John Epping able to clip the one yellow. He'll crash on his red stone.
Same shot.
Got it.
So Greg again will try to take advantage of that corner guard and tuck another one in.
He's going to keep going in.
Good.
Missed the back one by a lot.
I wasn't really watching.
Well, the premise for going around the corner is that you'll be able to make the double on the reds at some point. It's pretty sharp, because in burying this stone, it will not outcount either of the red stones in the house.
Same line. Line's good. Yep.
Back.
Hard.
Back.
Hard.
Calling for some help. And they would have loved to have been second and third, and I think they're just shy.
We draw now? I think so.
If that could have been third shot stone,
Getting good times on
then
his,
John would have been forced to make a play.
Just over curl, just at the very end.
It's full 8.
Yeah.
So ignoring those stones, just trying to go full 8 to lie 2. The key is not setting up a double of any sort with the rock he's about to throw.
So corner frozen for second shot, Kathy, would be money here.
Corner frozen would be great. Even right on the tee line beside them would be fine.
Well, he's taking it easy on his brusher.
Go, 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 go. Right out,
And
right
again,
out, right out,
that's
right
the
out.
second time in this end. John Epping fooled by the path. It's slick.
Gonna flip to here.
Yep.
It's pretty
It's all line.
surprising.
Do you want me to sweep?
No, you call line. That's pivotal.
So why just hit and roll in front? Why not try make the double, Kathy, and lie 3 right now?
Because if you hit and roll in front, maybe your opponent chases you because it's the only stone that will be open, and clip their back and make it for you. That
Watch the
double's
jab,
really
too.
tough.
Make sure, you know, you're on that one.
And it ran forever. It did not catch any curl, but
Yeah. That's too bad.
okay.
I'm throwing like 10.5, 11.
Okay. Oh.
What I gotta do?
Oh. Yep.
Which way?
Hard. Hard line. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa. You're getting a roll the other way.
Jeez.
That
Just
moved.
snapped?
Yeah. So,
Darn it.
need some. You gotta wait her.
I didn't. I thought I popped it a bit.
Yeah.
So the hit and stick, and I mean, considering the scoreboard, it'll be interesting to see if Mackenzie would
They can control edge of the floor.
think about trying the thin double, or
I
maybe you
don't
just hit and
know.
stick for your 2
I
and
do think
try to
so, Brian.
steal.
Because think about
Not the
moving
end of
that
the world.
stone up 1,
Yeah.
which is where the nose hit is. If you make the double, you roll your shooter out. So you're probably only playing for 2, so why not just play a nose hit?
Well, Weagle's got a shot. We
just
could call it the
cross it all
Mackenzie
over
if
the
she
field.
were,
We
were
could.
to make it.
cross it over.
We'll see how it plays out. Depends, too, where this shooter ends up for Lisa Weagle.
So looking for nose.
Clean. No, no. No. Curl. Curl, curl.
Curls up, nose hit.
Great spot, Lisa.
And that is shot stone.
Great spot.
Pretty thin, Mac.
What?
It's pretty thin. Do we hit for 2 or do we
I think you take 2.
take the 2?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
11?
Yeah, you got it.
That's a very, very, very tough. That's what you do if it's the last rock of the game and the only way that you can move on is by making it, then you try it. And 2 is very good. You're down 1 coming home in an end that you know you're going to have rocks in play.
Okay. Good throw, you got it.
Huh?
You got it.
So if she makes it and scores the pair, curious if Weagle Epping used the power play right back in a defensive mode. Final stone is 7. Mackenzie Mitchell has to hit and stick
curl.
around for 2.
Hard, Greg. Hard.
Atta girl.
The hit and the roll, and it does hang on. They almost could have had the audible double depending on how that played out, but it is 2. It is a 1-point lead for Weagle and Epping coming home. So Newfoundland Labrador, the power play, and they picked up their 2, and right back another power play for Weagle and Epping in a defensive mode as they have hammer and they lead by 1. So there you see the stones out to the wings. And it is the team with hammer always gets that stone in the rings. There you see the home hardware button. So a chance to keep things open to ensure that there is no stolen points as Weagle Epping try to hang on and generate a win up by 1 as this intern on the way from Mackenzie Mitchell.
Well, the stats will tell you that 1UP coming home with in mixed doubles wins 87% of the time.
Yep.
So if you're Weagle
Whoa.
and Epping, you're feeling comfortable with that. But then we remind
Where are
you
we?
that this Newfoundland and Labrador team has been one of the best in the field at stealing points, and that's what they're going to have to do.
Shut, Mac.
Yeah, I think just, what do you think, just outside edge of 4?
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking here?
Yep. Just a back line weight.
Yep, back line. Just outside edge, about this much outside edge of 4.
Like the here's how.
Yeah, just back line.
Little outward. Close though. Close. Yep. Yep.
Playing the tick.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard, John.
You're light.
Hard.
Let's go right here.
Okay. Sounds
Or,
good.
or here.
Yeah,
Like that?
I'm good with either.
I think your line's
Kind of like
right.
center.
Yeah, with the right weight.
So we saw Smith and Mitchell use the power play to try to generate points. The decision to use it here was defensive to keep play away. Lisa wants to know that she'll have a draw to the 4-foot on her final stone if she needs to. And there's some of the great numbers this team has racked up in terms of stealing points.
I want to say it's all there.
So Greg trying to throw something up top again.
Gonna over curl.
Junk it up a little bit, make it
And that's what I'm going to say.
as hard as possible on Lisa Weagle with her final here in 8.
Where do you want to go?
Yep. Yep, 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 yep.
And I think that over curled on them.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Sorry. It's just a garbage toss.
Yeah.
Probably. It's heading in our direction, but what can you do? It's not a big deal. Forefoot's going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, it's sticking. Hard, 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 hard. Whoa. Sorry, that was good.
Nicely done. Clears up the front.
Oh, that's a lucky break. Think that touched, eh?
Have you heard of this Gushu and Einerson, these characters before?
I have.
Yeah, they're doing all right. As the 3-time Brier champ, 2-time Scotties champ, 2 skips teaming up, and they're looking really strong thus far. First time mixed doubles for Carrie Einerson, but a 7-3 win.
You know, if it's made, then we have to try to. I have one more after this one, right? So guard, hope for jam.
Yeah.
Guard again, hope for jam, and then hit and light 2.
We just have to keep guarding.
What are you thinking? Just
throw the guard.
Yeah, and then on your last, try to light 2.
Yeah.
Hope for a rollout or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, throw the guard.
I think short term
is pretty good.
Okay.
Because then it might go into here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
you do need to guard. You're trying to steal.
Did I pinch that at all?
What?
Did I pinch it, or just because it was heavy, it just overcurled?
It just overcurled.
Okay.
You're good.
She's very matter of fact, and I agree with her. It's about throwing a guard. At this point, there's nothing different about mixed doubles as there is about team play. You're down 1. You need to generate a way to steal, and the best way to do that is to have a center guard and to bury a stone when you get the opportunity.
Line's good. Much better.
Oh, it's there again. Oh, it's there.
So Newfoundland Labrador using the timeout during that last discussion.
It's pretty good.
A minute 57 remaining on their clock, so
What?
16-4.
sometime they should be fine with 2 to come. And this is just the hit game here, Kathy. Just keep things simple.
Peeling out the front.
They peel it and don't peel it on my last rephrase.
Whoa!
So John Epping the peel. Can he clip the other yellow? And he will. What a shot.
Very
and
nice.
that is huge. That'll take the pressure off for sure in this 8th end.
And that was called from word go. That was not just a fortunate break. He played the peel that way on purpose to try to pick out that stone, and does.
Chance now is making her face too. Okay. He's gonna make peel. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with that if that's what you like.
Because it's either I do it or you do it, right?
Okay, well.
And then.
Yeah, you go through it. We got it.
We got time. We're good.
Yeah.
So 2 options. One is that you throw another center guard and hope that your opponent doesn't make the peel, but they've elected to make the freeze on this stone. The risk is that the blast is made and everything goes, and now you're burying around a very far over corner guard as you look at it, and the best you can do is 12 foot.
Wait, it's pretty
Line's
good.
okay. Yep.
It's there right now.
Okay. Yep. Hard line. Yep. Hard.
Trying to hold the line, want to be shot stone, and they will not.
Yay! It's perfect.
3 red. There you go.
And 3 red, that is a big comeback.
Wow.
As you saw the scoreboard, it was 5-3, but 3 red, Osamwan and Trevor Bunno coming back to beat Desiree Haas and Tyler Tardy. Trevor won gold at the Canadian Mixed Curling Championships in 2017. 2 men, 2 women on a team in that format, and then won silver at Worlds, and a nice comeback win there.
And for John, trying to make everything go away. Would love to get rid of both the yellow and red in the house and roll his shooter out as well.
Big time weight, bang, and look at the action. The red goes.
Spin back.
Keep going. Okay. Gotta come around the corner, hey?
Time out.
Time. Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll use their second timeout with just under a minute remaining, and that gives us time to give you the game story.
Well, you see the first 3 ends, those were all stolen points, and you started to feel the momentum by the 4th, but a wonderful shot by Mitchell in the 7th end really brings it back close. And when you look at the numbers overall, it has been Weagle and Epping putting stones in great spots, forcing some really difficult shots from Mackenzie Mitchell.
The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app.
Well, that was an absolutely perfect shot by John Epping, clearing out the back and rolling over to the 12-foot. So not only does she have to be buried, but she has to be shot.
What?
I got it. It's fine.
Okay, you make it. You got it. Do it. What'd you think?
So it has to be shot stone, would love to be buried.
No.
Do I got a curl out?
Got a curl.
Final stone here in 8 for Mackenzie Mitchell. Greg Smith as Smith on the brush hard. Looks light.
It does.
Really gotta go.
Really has to go. It's not going to get
Good
there.
game, guys.
Good
Good
game,
luck,
guys.
And
guys.
Lisa
Good luck.
Weagle will not have to throw her final rock
Good game. Good game.
as they improve to 3-1, Weagle and Epping.
It's fine.
And Mitchell Smith dropping to 3-2. More action to come. We'll step aside and
Played really, really
come back after this.
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by OK Tire and BKT Tires. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like it. By Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Nice performance from the Brier bronze medalist a few years back, 3-time Scotties champ. Lisa Weagle, both celebrating their birthdays over the next 7 days. Lisa's coming up, and John just celebrating yesterday, and they can celebrate this win. Now a 3-1 record. And you see it changing. Mitchell Smith dropping to 3-2. Shmeeman Morris, as John Morris is the reigning Olympic gold medalist in this discipline. So the top team will advance and move on to the top 12 as we get closer to the playoffs and the Page playoff Final Four and the champion to be crowned this upcoming Thursday. We have one sheet still with some action on it in a 7-7 tie. And you can see that steal of 1 in 8 to make it 7-7, courtesy Ashley Quick and Mike Armstrong. They are throwing the red stones. Caitlin and Connor Laws throwing the yellow stones in a close one with some rocks already in the house, and this one being delivered from Mike Armstrong. And you can see this team teamed up to win that bronze medal back in 2014.
And they have a great opportunity. Connor Laws trying on his last stone to freeze down to the face of the shot stone, went by on the outside and through the house. And so trying to cap this off and not allow the Laws team to get on top.
Good. Let's try and get some red rocks.
They are out of the Sutherland Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, really nice. Great throw. Thanks. 14.5 on it. Half rocks, real close.
So trying to double peel the front.
Half rocks, perfect.
Okay.
And give herself a shot for her final one.
It is their second appearance together. A 4-3 record in Ottawa back in 2014.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Nice shot, Connor.
Opens it up. Makes contact as well with the stones around the forefoot.
That one touched. I don't know. This one?
Got to look on the replay.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, that definitely went out of play. The stone on the left as timeout being called from Quick and Armstrong.
They freeze to this, they're not shot, so just cover the inside half of that.
Yeah. Which way do you want to come?
I think probably same turn.
Okay.
Just give like
Edge.
a bit more,
Oh, yeah.
probably even a hair outside that.
Okay.
Right, because we're not even wanting to get like 6 inches off center.
Yeah.
Right? Probably with
Did
here.
it hold or sweep? Yep.
Maybe hold again.
Okay.
We've seen it run out here.
Like
What do
that?
you think for speed?
So they're
Should
line
still be
3
close, hey?
without hammer here in 9.
Maybe a hair slower.
I'd say hair tougher, yeah.
Throw a 3 and it should come down to a 2, hey?
Yeah.
Well, right now, Caitlin does
Probably a
have
35.
a spot that she can draw to. The problem is if Mike is able to place a stone in the 8-foot, she may have a hard time getting there with a yellow stone on the left and a red stone on the right.
Might have to drop it.
Yeah. It'd be nice to keep this return draw open for you, too.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty close.
Okay. Mine looks good. A little wide right now. Little wide.
Okay, we're at 3.
Okay. Stay close. You might
Weight's
need
pretty
to finish.
good. Weight's pretty good.
It's getting there.
Nope,
Nope, on its own.
Sit. Pretty good. It's a good spot, hey? Pretty good?
I mean, you can just right on the nose would be really good, I think.
Sure. Yeah, let's just try and open it up as much as we can for you.
So Connor's final stone, try to run a blast, run it back, move some things around. You get that one there. And if the stone that's left is at the back,
Like nose?
8-foot stone, that still gives Caitlin more room.
If we sit on the left side of center line. I don't think there's a flaw there.
We saw Connor at a Canadian Juniors a couple years back.
Whoa. Whoa.
What has he got? Run it back, clips the Reds. Oh, great shot,
really
Connor
good.
Laws.
Good.
That'll help Auntie out a little bit on
Really
the
good.
ice.
That is a potential game saver.
Like this would be.
Gets everything going out of the 4-foot, out of the 8-foot, and all of a sudden, no longer is there an issue in the 4-foot, but they're actually shot.
Should have that draw.
You like that?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
What do you think for ice?
You need to cross the center a
Here?
bit. I was going to say a hair more. Like, inch more. Yeah,
Just in there.
like that.
Okay. I like it. You want to sleep?
Yep.
Makes up for the first one. I'll get the timeout right away for you.
So the thing is, you've got to fully bury or else she just picks it out, hey?
Yeah. You like 310 here?
Yep, I do.
Okay. I think we need a little less ice.
Yeah, I think you're good with edge, actually. I think you're right.
Okay.
Now, what a difference one shot makes. Instead of guarding, all of a sudden now trying to find a way to bury behind the guard. Must bite the 4-foot to force Caitlin to throw her final.
Okay, mine's nice. Room right now.
Final
Got
stone in
room.
extra end. Ashley Quick.
Lots of room.
Weight's good.
Okay, can we take off?
Got to be shot stone. Would love to be under cover as well.
As far as you can. Hard mic, hard mic, hard mic. Go, 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 go. Good sweep.
Pretty good, Ash. Good shot. Nice throw. Good shot, thanks.
Whatever you see. It's like a half.
Yeah.
Thin quarter.
Yeah.
Straight draw. Yep.
That's the sheet that I'm right behind. Probably half open to Caitlin from the hack.
And they'll use their timeout just to let Caitlin just settle in.
Yeah, just changing her mind as soon as she saw how much she could see.
No, it's going to hit.
Okay.
Pick it out.
You want to go take a relook at it, or?
No.
Okay.
So a pretty good spot. Bit of a teaser, and now Caitlin's going for it. Obviously, she is second shot stone, just has to make it go away.
I think center line should be close.
Yep.
Well, this center line runs very straight. As long as you throw it straight and with some decent weight, especially late in the game.
The Olympic gold medalist for Canada with John Morris in Pyeongchang.
Okay, I like the weight.
Back in 2018, also Olympic gold in team play with Jennifer Jones. Final stone, extra end, a chance for the win. Clean it up, bang, away it goes.
Good one, Yelp. Thanks.
And a win for Caitlin and Connor Laws over Ashley Quick and Mike Armstrong. 8-7 your final in Pool E play. So the first victory for Caitlin, her nephew Connor, they're on the board. Quick and Armstrong also dropping to 1 and 3. And Weagle Epping, that was a massive win, 3 wins. Schmiemann Morris also at 3 and 1. And the top team in the pool will qualify and move on to the playoff round. Yeah, that feels good. They had a tough one yesterday. And a hug. And a victory for the Lawses. And just a reminder, tomorrow it is the 2-time gold medalists Jocelyn Peterman, Brett Gallant at 2 and 1, taking on Aaron Slajinski and Brittany Tran, Team Alberta. They're off to a great start. And you can join us once again at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Our first of 3 draws. As the curling bubble continues, our season of champions. It's been a fun run as we edge closer to Thursday and that gold medal game. On behalf of myself, Kathy Gauthier, thanks for watching. SportsCenter is right now. Take it away, Mark Rowe.